Did you ever have one of those ride days where you're going, you know what, I should have just stayed in bed? You know, some days it works, some days it doesn't. And, you know, generally when you're feeling pretty good, it works well. Today, just not feeling it. Well, this is to keep out people like Captain Cranky. Who rides around in his CB500X. Wants to come. We don't want him over here. Hey, g'day big bikers! Oh dear. Well, it's a ride day today, but we can't go too far because the borders are shut and all the good stuff's on the other side of the border. So I've got Neil with me. Neil's down the back, and what we're doing today is we're going to go and have a look at some of these border closures that are going on. So I was talking to someone the other day and talking about the inconvenience of the borders being shut, particularly those people that live across the border, you know, in those border bubble zones, and just having to stop and show paperwork and permits and everything each time they go past. And you know, they were just going, surely, you know, people must be just driving out into the country a little bit, and, you know, crossing over the borders into more remote areas. And I went, no, you can't. They've either hard closed with gates, or they've blockaded them with concrete blocks all the way out to Cameron Corner, all the way out to the edge of the border. She's gone, yeah, that's a lot to do to lock off the state. And I go, yeah. So I thought what I'd do, for all those people that maybe not have the opportunity to run around, is Neil and I are just going to go and have a look at a couple of the different ones that we normally cross over, just normally ride through them, no problem at all. There's no, you know, there's no permits required. Back in the old days, remember before COVID, when you had all these freedoms, you could just ride around whenever you wanted. You know, if you come up one of the main highways like the M1 or the Mount Lindesay Highway or any of the, you know, the main roads, then what you get is a border crossing checkpoint where it's manned with personnel, and they're just checking everyone that's coming into Queensland. But in these more remote locations, they just close the gate. So those that use them on a regular basis have to go and find a different way to get through, and it's really, really inconvenient for a lot of these people. So we're just going to go and have a look at a couple of them, just so I can show you what it's like. Can't even link up the dirt roads anymore to get there. It's like we're going to have to go into one and come back out and then go back into another. Quite a few twisties on the way around to getting to these border crossings, so just doing it on these tyres, which are a bit skittish on the knobbies. Certainly can't get the lean angle that I can get off the 1200, but you know, loads of different tyres. A little bit of dirt. Stay there. Road's in pretty good conditions. Normally quite chopped up coming up here because of climb, so all the cars tend to chop it up, but obviously because the border's shut, this border crossing here is shut, it's not getting that much use lately.
closed.
So this is Carney Creek Road, this one. So this is normally just a cattle grid crossing. But if you remember the video where the muffler came off the bike, which video? Yeah, the first time the video came, I was actually riding with Neil along this road as well. So, a bit of a technical issue with the Honda. I don't know if you can see this. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. And the first time it came off. So, it's closed from the Queensland side. I'll leave the cars parked here. Because what they do is park their vehicles here, they walk up to the border, climb the fence, and then they jump in someone else's car. So that, there's a lot of families living each side of the border that have been smashed by this. $66,000 maximum penalty. Been over this gateway, been over this border so many times, this cattle grid. It's ridiculous. So this is to keep out people like Captain Cranky. Is that right? Captain Cranky, that Northern New South Wales vlogger. Who? Yeah, he says who. Who? He rides around in his CB 500X. Oh. And he's just over the other side, and he's always wants to come. We don't want him over here. Keep him out. That's it. Captain Cranky. Who? Well played, sir.
Who said? Go around to the other one.
Yeah. It's just. I wonder if these livestock cameras have been activated for anything else.
Oh, I'm sure they're probably taking a picture of us.
Yeah.
Probably on like a sensor.
Yeah.
Movement sensor.
A little sensor down the bottom there, I reckon.
There's one right on that pole right there.
Yeah. Yep.
There's probably one over here.
There's a camera up under there.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they put some like animal cameras.
Right, okay, yeah. Wildlife cameras, yep.
Wouldn't be at all.
No. Do you see all the cars parked up there, though?
It must be hiking or something.
No. They're coming down here, jumping in a car and going over the border.
You reckon?
Yeah. Every border crossing I've been to, lines of cars either side of the road.
Oh. I thought they were up to hiking.
Yeah.
Just walk down there, jump over the fence.
Yep, somebody else, because they got a family that lives that side.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous.
So yeah, that's the Carney Creek crossing, border crossing, and both a lock gate and those portable concrete barriers. So madness! It is complete madness what's happening. The destruction to businesses, the destruction to families, the disconnection, it's just insane. Really, really very, very annoying. So for us to get to the next border crossing, which is we're going to do the White Swamp one, we've basically got to go all the way back to the Boona Road, go down a bit and then go up the road up to Queen Mary Falls, and then pretty much right up the range, along the side of the border the whole way to the border crossing, which will be barricaded as well. So this video is just really to show you what the government's doing to keep the New South Welshmen and Victorians out of our state, and not that people in New South Wales are actually able to move around at the moment. There's a whole heap of areas there that are locked down for our safety, right? All right, so we're going on the it's called the Waterfall Road or Waterfall Way. It goes up Queen Mary Falls, so it's fairly undulating, this road. A couple of water crossings, a couple of dips and grids, and launch just before you hit the. Here comes a car. Bit of water crossing. Not much, a bit slippery though. Yeah, wet knobbies on black tarmac. Not working. Seems like there's quite a bit of traffic on the road. So I kind of climbed up to the top of the range. We're on top of the Teviot Range, Teviot Waterfalls. The border is literally right just to our left. Border of New South Wales is right there. So if you can see the fence in there, right there, let's go in. That's it, that's the border. Nothing a pair of wire cutters wouldn't fix. If you were so inclined, of course. There are.
Is that the police?
I'd say so. And we've just gone through a no entry sign.
Yeah. That's alright.
I might fly the drone. I'll fly the drone up, eh?
So, do you want to park up?
Yep. anyway, what we're going to do now, we've had a bit of a chat. We've got an executive decision. We're going to go check out the Condamine River and that 14 creek crossings. You can see how deep they are. Neither of us are particularly keen on drowning our motorbikes. We're going to go and have a look anyway. And if we can get through, we'll go up and come back over at Queen Mary Falls. And if not, we'll turn around and just come back. The water up to 1/2 metre in the crossing. It is open though, so it's not so much the depth of the water in these crossings, it's actually the boulders underneath that just can glance you offline. Like I said, it's not the depth of the water so much as the boulders underneath that just it's the boulders that push you offline.
I can never remember.
I think it's the next one.
It's quite
it's
got a big ledge on it.
It's the next one, I think.
It looks like there's a lot of big fucking rocks in there.
Yeah. And it's never the depth, it's always just being kicked offline, isn't it?
Yeah.
I reckon if you stay in that right-hand wheel track, you'll probably be alright.
Well, this one here, you probably stay on the left side, but either way. Don't really know.
I mean, we don't need to do it.
No. Well, I don't.
You know,
Don't need to ride through the river just because.
No, I've done it before, and don't need to drown my bike today. That'd be nice, thanks.
Yeah.
It'll be hard enough backing up. Whoop. Just so you're aware, camera is on. Nice. Yeah, well, I've just mocked myself now, haven't I? Stuck on her. Come on, you big heavy thing. Yeah. Oh, this is like little dirt bike stuff. Just want to give his hand, get off the track. Ah, you're kidding me. What's going on? Ah, terrible. I just got kicked offline. I'm not feeling it today. It's one of those days where you kind of go, you know what? It's better off being on the couch. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Well, we only got to see one border crossing. But they'll like that all the way out from the point danger marker all the way out to the New South Wales, South Australia and Queensland. Despite the fact I love to ride, there are some days where you probably just shouldn't, and today I think might be one of those. I really just felt like sitting on the couch and I probably should have. That's the way it goes. I never like dropping the bike, but it's always stationary, so that's a bonus, I suppose. Gravity must be stronger here in Queensland because I've dropped it a lot more in the last couple of months than I have in the last couple of years, so who knows. Anyway, it happens, right? So that's probably going to be it, big bikers. I think we've got a little bit of dirt to do on the way home. You know the story. Unless something interesting happens, that'll be it. Thanks for tuning in. So if you're in lockdown in New South Wales or Victoria, just wish you all the best, and let's hope this madness ends soon. Alright, over and out. Thought we were going to get home without getting wet. Apparently not. We bailed because the weather was starting to come in darker. We thought we should just be able to get back before we get too wet, but no such luck. So anyway.